Okay, so today I am doing something a little bit new. Let me zoom in because the two on the edge is for later. Actually, I can just zoom in on the main one because this is the one that matters for now. And if you can't tell, I'm doing what if Bella. No, actually, it was supposed to be a Bell what if, but I've been doing Bell if for a while. I think I should go, not for a while, for a little bit, and I kind of just want to do a Deku what if. So I'm going to do what if Deku had the Excalibur as the quirk, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a perk because that's what I do to everything I ever do. So I'm going to give it a little bit perk, and I got this from another YouTuber's video. I don't know his name. I don't remember it, but it was basically what if Deku was connected to the web, and how he did it was okay, but I just don't like how he explained it and how he did the story. So I'm going to redo it, but is this going to be one of the Excalibur's abilities? Actually, I will even have him have a sword just for it. This blue sword right here, I'm going to call the web sword, and it's basically connected to the web. And this is all the swords. I'll give them their own special ability and quirk. Basically, they all are a quirk in some sense, and they all have human forms. Just I'll find pictures for that later, just because I like adding new characters into my what ifs, because yeah, it's kind of interesting and fun, and I get to control them a lot more because I get to make their personality as I go along. Anyway, so as soon as Deku is born, he gets a little dagger. Like as soon as he is born, it comes on like a necklace. He gets a little dagger necklace, and while the doctor wasn't looking, that's when it appeared. So they thought Iko, his mom, might have just slipped it on, but when they said here's your child to Iko, she said the first question she asked is where did he get this necklace from, and the doctor said I thought you gave it to him, and she said it might possibly just be a quirk, like a jewelry quirk, like it gives you jewelry and stuff like that, like earrings, necklaces, rings and stuff like that. Because I'm pretty sure I'm saying that word wrong. Just how it is coming out my mouth, it sounds completely wrong. So I'll just say, it gives him. It doesn't actually give him this, but that's what Iko saw it, and she saw it. She thinks, not saw it, because it's happening right now. She thinks that Deku has that type of quirk, but she's completely wrong. So that they automatically start testing out his quirk, seeing what it is, and part of testing his quirk, he pulls out the web sword, and he does not have control of this quirk yet, but he will in a few minutes after he pulls out the web sword. So he pulls out the web sword, and as soon as he pulls it out, it's like a hologram, but it's like faint. You barely can see it. This like appears, and it's like a keyboard, and basically he starts typing left and right, and what he looks up is how to talk English, Japan, and Japanese, because he doesn't know what to speak, like what they're speaking. So he's like trying to figure out what it is. And after he learns how to speak, I'll say Japan, I think, even though I think the two are like two of them are the same thing. I'll just say after he speaks Japan, after he learns how to speak Japan, he is correct, and he starts having a vivid conversation with them, basically saying, where's my mom? Why did you take me here? I want to go see my mom. Where is she? And basically like a lost little kid. He's acting like a lost little kid basically. And they just like the doctor said, wait, how are you talking, and where did you get the sword from? So the doctor's like kind of scared, because like he's only like not even a day old, and he's sitting there talking. Plus, he has a sword out of thin air. So the doctor's like, like what just happened? And I'll say the doctor has like a weak regen quirk where he can heal people like very slowly. So you know, he's like scared. He's like how about you put the sharp item down? Like you're not having a day. Oh, like just like you know you dying here. Like just put it down. He's like and then he says Excalibur web disarm. I'll use the word disarm for that one, and I'll use different words for other ones if I feel like it. But for now, he just says web disarm, and the web sword it looks like it's turning into dust, and then it turns into this fog type thing, but it's the fog and dust were blue, and then it just like goes back into the necklace, and I'll say the end of the sword turns blue, and basically what he has to do every time he wants to conjure or summon one of his swords, whatever you like to say, he has to grab it, think of the sword. Like for now, he has to grab the necklace, think of the sword, and you know the sword will appear. But in the future, all you have to do is like touch it, and then like reach out his hand, and then it'll appear. But for now, since like he's still little, he has to like think on it super hard, imagine how the sword looks, and stuff like that until he trains with his quirk. So he starts thinking of like in the back of his head, it's like a voice talking to him, saying gold sword, and like he starts imagining this golden sword, which yes, it is the golden sword I zoomed in on at the beginning of the story, and he gets this golden sword, and basically what I'm going to have it do is it gives him a speed boost, and like that's all it does. It gives him a speed boost and just a one strength boost, because I want the golden sword to be a speed boost sword. I mean not a speed boost. Speed boost sword. Just because it sounds fun. Him pulling out his golden sword and saying speed step and just like cutting people up with it. You know, it just sounds fun. And like when he cuts people, it doesn't actually make a cut. It's like Sword Art Online. No, when they cut somebody, it's like a scratch appears and it's like red pixels are flying, like going out of their skin. I think that's how it was. That's how it was when I watched it. I don't know if they updated it, but that's how it was when I watched it. So that's how it's going to be, basically. Because this is the Sword Art Online swords. If you couldn't tell, I think it is at least, because I got it from clicking on a picture of a Sword Art Online sword and then fighting the 7, because I wanted there to be 7 to represent the 7 deadly sins. And I know none of them have the speed ability, but you know, just wanted to give it that. One of them, because Bond is my favorite character, I'm pretty sure there's a red sword here. Yeah, there's a red sword, reddish blackish sword at the end. That's going to be called the Bond sword, just because he's my favorite deadly sin character. That is the Bond sword, and it basically just makes Deku act like Bond completely, and gives him the region and the knowledge of Bond, and that's how he learns Meliodas and all that. And for a little bit, he thinks he's a reincarnation of Bond, but he learns that he's not, and Bond is related to him in a way. I'm not gonna say how, because he could be his brother, he could be his cousin. He's just related to him. That's all I'm gonna say. But you probably could figure it out. And it's going to be, I'm going to leave hints in this one and the next part. And this is going to be the first hint, so pay close attention to it. Inko does not know how she got pregnant, like at all. Like, she does not know how she got pregnant. She has, you know, did that, but she hasn't did it in a while. So she has no clue how she got pregnant. That's all I'm going to say. That's the clue for this. That's it. And as I get along, I'm going to keep going. But if y'all guess it in the comments, y'all guess it, and I'll just speed it along in like part 2. Like I'll just say everything in part 2. Anyway, I didn't start a timer, so I'm going to start a timer for 5 minutes. And if I'm wrong, I am wrong. Cause I'm sorry, but I forgot to start the timer. This what if just interested me, like super bad. Anyway, let's get him out the hospital at least for this what if. So a time skip about when he's. I want to give him another. I want to give him at least one more sword, but I don't want it to be the bronze sword. Let me see. What sword should I give him? See, I'll give him the wing sword, the purplish bluish one at the end. That one, that's the. Nah, I'm going to call that the love sword. And the love sword, basically what it does is it makes him like Cupid, basically like exactly like Cupid. If it gives him, it's the gun. It basically turns into a gun. Kind of spoiled it there. The sword, he can aim it and it'll shoot out a little heart. And if it hits you, and if he doesn't hit somebody else with the same ability, it'll make you fall in love with him. But if he hits somebody else, it'll make you fall in love with that person. But that person would be in love with Deku. So whatever Deku tells that person to do, that person would tell you, the first person that he hit, and they both would go do that. And it's basically like he should have a whole army if he was evil. But he's going to be a hero. Don't worry. Ooh, I could have him be a vigilante though. I'm gonna have him be a vigilante. Yeah, I've been wanting to do a what if when he's a vigilante for a while. He's a vigilante. Ooh, what should his name be? I'm gonna call him. I'll think of it later. I'll probably give it in part 2, but I'm going to have him be a little kid, at least for this part. Ooh, how should he become? Oh my god, okay. I know exactly where I want to leave this off, even if it makes it too long. Okay, so I have to automatically time skip when he's 4. So this all makes sense. So when he's 4, they say that he has a sword quirk, but there could be more. There's more to learn about it. They say there's more dormant quirks in it, because they think every sword that he has is a separate quirk, but they're kind of wrong. It's just one quirk called what's the sword called again? Excalibur. It's one quirk called Excalibur. It just has a lot of different abilities. Anyway, time skip to when he starts school. This is going. The reason I'm rushing right now because I want it to happen like right now. What I'm going to call this is I'm going to call this what if Deku was betrayed with the Excalibur as a. No, I'm just going to call it what if Deku was betrayed with the Excalibur. No, I'm just going to say what if Deku was. What if Deku was a band? No. I'll just call it what if Deku had the. No. I'll think of it when I get to the point. My bad for the rambling. Anyway, he goes to school and he explains his quirk, and there was a kid with villain parents there, and the kid was actually pretty smart because they had a quirk that made them smarter. So when the kid got home, he went to go tell his parents that he found a kid with like a super strong quirk and like they should kidnap him. Oh, I know I can call this what if Deku was kidnapped. I'm a genius. Okay. My bad. Anyway, Deku, I'll say his mom was at work. Yeah, let's just say that she works now. So he had to walk home alone, which he usually does on a daily basis. Just because he's super smart, like he's connected to the web. So he's like super smart. So he basically just said, okay, like when Iko said she's getting a job and he's about to have to start walking home alone, he just said okay and started to find his way home. So halfway home, a black van pulls up, throws him in it, ties him up, puts a mouth over him, and what the kid does is try to grab the necklace because he thinks that Deku is quirkless and it's just a necklace. So when he tries to grab the necklace automatically just like doesn't burn off his hand, but it burns his hand like so badly he can't, like if he touches something with it, that hand will not work anymore. So the mom says, "Don't worry, I'll just use hypnosis on him. It's not like he can do nothing against it." And they said, oh, and the dad of the kid just says, "Oh, and go kill his mom so he doesn't think that he has something to run away to." And the wife says, "Okay." And he's sitting there he's starting to like have tears on his face, like he's crying and like he's like trying to say, please don't kill her, please don't kill her, I'll do whatever you want. Like, he does not want. Ugh, no, I don't want to leave it off there. I would just say, fine, I'll do it for a little bit longer. He just says, he's trying to say it in the mouth, but it, like, why? Because they put a sock in his mouth basically, and he's trying to say with the sock in his mouth, please don't kill her, I'll do whatever you want, like, just leave her alone, like, I won't run away. And they take the thing out of his mouth and tell him shut up, and he's like, every time he tries to talk, he gets slapped. And then they pull up a camera feed of the mom wearing a mask and just like stabbing his mom over and over again, like as soon as she got home. And like he's just sitting there in tears. And why he's in tears, it might be a little bit too early for the bond sword, but I'm just going to use it now. He grabs the bond sword and he he focuses like as hard as he can without touching the necklace. So he imagines the necklace turning into not a ring but a bracelet, and it slowly starts turning into a bracelet. And he's doing it like so slow that the people just like see it slowly start disappearing. Like as soon as they see it disappear, like it's like they don't know what happened to it because they got Deku's hands like wrapped up, but they have it like on top of each other. So he grabs onto his wrist like super hard, and they're like, it's on his wrist now. Like the kid says it's on his wrist now, but Deku says, like he spits out the rag again, and because he spit it out earlier, and then he says, nope, too late. Then he's like, out of nowhere, these words come into his head, bond sword, and he pulls out bond sword and he cuts the mom, the kid, and the dad all at once. And as soon as he does that, he said, wait, what did I do? Now I can't be hero. And he just like he runs away, and I'll say he goes to the woods, and I'm going to leave it off there. And